Thinking about starting my own business. Any suggestions? Read these. Hey, it's Brent here, and in this video we are going to cover a remedy for not starting a business blindly. And we're going to do that by covering 3 books that I wish I had have read before I started my own business. Shoe Dog is a book written by Phil Knight, who is one of the co-founders of Nike. And what he does in this book is he shares the story about how Nike became the success it is today. He also shares what it takes to lead the charge. So this book really isn't for the faint of heart, but it gives you some great insights about what it requires from you as a business owner to take your business from scratch to becoming a success. I shared this as a book recommendation in my Instagram feed, and I noticed there was a comment that Elon Musk's book is really along the same lines about what it takes to run a successful business. So that's another one you might want to check out. My main takeaway from this book is you have to have really strong belief in what you're doing, because that's going to get you over those humps where, fatigue starts becoming a factor. And even Phil mentions that in the book. It's a great read and really is a reality check of what it takes to unlock the true potential of your business. It is critical that when you're starting your business that you have a story that backs your business. So if we go back to the Nike example, the story for Nike starting out was better shoes for athletes. It had nothing to do with the bigger consumer market. They started out focusing mostly on track athletes. So that's what Seth Godin is talking about in his book, All Marketers Are Storytellers. Seth Godin's main point in this book is that back your business with a story that's authentic to you and that you believe in. Sounds familiar, right? And many of the examples that he shares in this book are business owners who have developed their business by essentially drawing a line in the sand saying, hey, this is what we stand for, and if you don't like it, well, then you go elsewhere. What that does is it draws in superfans. My main takeaway from this book is that if your business is backed by a story that's consistent, coherent, easy to understand, and is authentic to you, then guess what? You're not going to please everyone, but that's okay, because those who do want to hear your story, well, they're fully going to understand what you're saying, and they're going to be on board, and those are the people you need if you want to grow your business. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to sell. And there are thousands upon thousands of books on selling. Yet, when I follow the selling advice from this book, Ziglar on Selling, I've always come away with really good results. For example, when the local colleges in my area agreed to purchase this cookbook I wrote and give it to new students arriving on campus, that sale was largely thanks to using the techniques I found in this book here. If you do decide to read this book, what you'll find is it's gonna kind of feel like it's outdated, because the world has simply changed since Zig wrote this book, and I don't even think there's any mention of how to sell online. However, the core techniques that he outlines, they still work, and you can easily apply those to your online business. One other thing to keep in mind here, a lot of selling online can benefit from your offline activities. Keep that in mind, and that's where this book can really be a huge help. My main takeaway from this book is to simply treat people as people when you're selling. Zig is basically saying, treat them like your best friend. You're making a recommendation. Provide all the information you think they would need to go from hesitating to buy to feeling very comfortable with their purchase. And that's something that's often missing, or at least something I often see missing in the many sales tactics that I see promoted online. In the show notes below, you'll find a link to a remedy guide sheet that I put together for you that includes 5 more books that I would highly recommend for running your own business. And as always, there is no email required to get it. Finally, if this is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe. I'm here each and every Tuesday with a new remedy and remedy guide sheet to get you a step closer to unlocking the true potential of your digital-based business, home business, or side hustle. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to be unstoppable. Cheers.